Let's learn to capitalize. Today I will be walking you through my Nearpod lesson, which is an interactive tool that allows educators to create technology-based and engaging lessons. At the beginning of my Nearpod, I have provided 2 slides introducing students to the standards and lesson objectives. This lesson was specifically designed for first graders using an ELA Georgia standard focused on capitalizing name and dates. I also use the ISTE Empowered Learning Standard to guide my lesson, as students will be demonstrating their learning of capitalization and seeking feedback throughout. The learning targets for my lesson are: I can determine which words to capitalize when I am writing, and I can find words that are not capitalized correctly and fix them. This lesson will be teacher-led because I will be modeling and guiding my students as they are completing the lesson. This is essential for first graders considering their various reading abilities and need for teacher guidance. This also allows me to differentiate throughout for any students. These are directions for students, and I have chosen a video as my opening activity that is an interactive song about learning when to capitalize words. I feel this is the best way to engage my students with learning, as the video provides visuals, animations, and has a catchy jingle for students to follow along to. The video also includes 2 open response questions that will check for student understanding throughout the video. This now leads me to the various interactive activities throughout my Nearpod I have provided for students. The first one is a matching pairs activity where students are instructed to match an uncapitalized word to its correct capitalized version. Then students are tasked with the activity of drawing or creating their full name, including the first, middle, and last, and they can either highlight or circle each capital letter of their name to make sure they know which letters need to be capitalized. In order to assess my students' learning, I have provided a short quiz with 2 simple multiple choice questions that will provide immediate feedback for students. Overall, these tools reinforce my learning targets as students are practicing and determining which words need to be capitalized, and I am able to correct them as needed. To provide closure for my Nearpod, I have assigned students with another draw-out activity that can be also considered open response for first graders. Students are tasked with drawing or simply writing 3 words that should always be capitalized in their writing. After this, students are then prompted with a poll to choose an option on how they feel after the Nearpod and how their confidence level with capitalization. This summarizing activity allows for students to reflect on what they have learned throughout their Nearpod and shows me if they have met the 2 learning objectives in a fun way. In order to support students with diverse learning needs throughout this Nearpod, all 4 of my interactive activities included visuals, audio support, and various interactive elements for hands-on learners. These qualities ensure all students can access the material and they are able to show their knowledge through various ways. This is the concluding page of my Nearpod to remind students that they are not experts on capitalizing. Overall, Nearpod has been such a great tool to plan and design an interactive technology-based lesson that will keep students engaged. Through using Nearpod, I've learned how to create better student-centered lessons, and I will be implementing this tool into my own classroom to better strengthen my instruction.